to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and do best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
All right, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in this installment, man. These claps is for you guys. Obviously, it's not for this team, man. This is a very horrible performance. I know I guaranteed the Pelicans to win this game, but they went in reverse. So this is this is crappy. But shout out to you guys for staying up late watching this stuff, man. Big QDC, Lex, win this thing, man. Pelicans, man, lose. Let's go to Willie Green, man. He on there now. Hold on just a second, Lex. Let's hear from Willie Green, see what he has to say.
I know it's tough with dealing with the amount of injuries, especially this early. What did you like from those, the Brandon Boston, Jamal Cain, Trey Jefferson even getting in there late? What did you like from those guys?
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you guys the same thing I told our group. Look, there's no moral victories, but those guys competed. They competed. They played together. They shared the ball. They got some quality looks. You know, we didn't shoot the ball great tonight, but we battered our tails off being down some guys, and you know we took a step in the right direction. And now we got to get home, get healthy, and you know, proud of the guys that stepped up tonight. Jamal, JRE, Brandon Boston. You know, everybody that touched the floor, they just gave it everything they had.
And you've already experienced a lot during your time as Pelicans head coach, but what's it like just the amount of adversity that's hit you guys through the first 5 games of this season?
You know what? It's a part of life. It's a part of sports. And I truly believe that when you face difficult times, it prepares you for something greater in the end. And so, you know, we're in a situation right now where we're facing some adversity, and our goals is stick together, continue to look at it, continue to go out and have joy when we go out and play. And I saw that tonight, even though we didn't win the game, and we'll get home and just build from here and try to get some guys back.
I mean, 3 straight, you know, double-digit losses. Is there any concern about how you guys are handling this adversity, just the way the guys are responding?
No, not on my part. There's no concern.
Just another game where Z really struggled just to find his shot. What have you seen? Just the way, just his shots just haven't been falling through his first 4 appearances.
Yeah, Draymond and you know the rest of those guys, they did a good job just being physical on him. I thought you know some calls didn't go his way. Probably got banged up a couple times, but he battled through it, and he's playing against a tough defender. But over the course of the season, he'll make those, and that's been his hallmark, is getting his 2 feet in the paint and finishing. So, you know, we look forward to, like I said, getting home and trying to get healthy.
And you said you're not concerned about the way you guys are responding, but like, to get out of this funk, what's going to require for you guys to start performing at a higher level?
A lot of what you saw tonight. You know, we competed at a high level. We shared the basketball. We took care of the ball. Not a a game that we had less turnovers. So we giving ourselves a chance. But in this league, you got to make some shots, and so that'll come.
Coach, you've gone through the injury bug many times in your stint as the Pelicans coach, but it's a different mindset this time, maybe with Zion and Brandon Ingram both healthy, your two stars, and a lot of their supporting players who are injured. What is it like for them? What is their state of mind have to be to lift this group up with so many absences?
Yeah, it's much of the same. Is continue to take it day by day, take it step by step. We'll continue to learn from film, see areas that we can improve, continue to be together as we go through this process, and each game go after it. And this is not all bad for us. Sometimes you need to face adversity, so it makes us stronger, makes us more together, and in the end, we'll be better for it.
Good evening, Coach. I just saw Yves. He had a shoe off, and he was kind of laming, going back to the locker room. Does he have anything?
Yeah, he has some soreness in his hip. So we'll see how he feels once we know more about that.
When you look at his first week so far, what has he learned, and what can he still learn?
He's doing a great job. He's coming in. He's a really good defender, blocking shots, setting screens, diving, and he's picking it up pretty quickly.
Has he surprised you?
A little bit, but it's definitely a pleasant surprise to see how fast he picks up the game, his competitive spirit. So he's another guy that has a bright future.
You guys got off to a slow start last year as well. Is there anything you could pull from that experience to kind of help guide you guys through what you're going through right now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all of these experiences, you go back and you think about how we handled them, and it prepares you. And so every team at some point is going to go through some difficulties throughout the year. Sometimes that's injuries. It could be other factors. Right now, ours is injuries. We got some main guys out, and we got to continue to just take it day by day and gut through it. All right, thanks.
All right. Let's put that sound on pause. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being this late edition of the Pelican Post Game Report. Big Q, DC, Lex. We in this thing, man. Pelicans, man, routed again by the Warriors, 104-89. That's 3 straight, very ugly blowout losses by the Pelicans. Just not looking good, man, in this one. And Zion struggled in this matchup. 12 points in 33 minutes. He had 12 boards. BI was 14 points on 5-11 shooting in 32 minutes, 16 from Jose. They stepped up, but, man, the Golden State's Warriors bench, regardless of Steph or whoever's not in there, them guys play. They play tough. They're fast. They're aggressive. And it's too much for the Pelicans to deal with. So anyway, we're going to recap this thing, man. We won't hold y'all to, long, man, with these late ass games. So let's get right into it, and we'll jump back whenever whoever jumps on the mic next. It'll probably be Zion, the BI. We'll probably hear from next. But Lex, DC, let's hear from you guys before. Should I punch on any of these damn stats? Do anybody want to hear the damn stats?
No, I don't.
I mean,
It don't even matter.
it's like looking at a medical report to me because we still sick. I think it's about to go terminal, because they ain't trying to do nothing to change it.
You say you sick, DC? What's wrong with you?
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I told you I caught a case of that yesterday. I haven't healed. I've been taking my medicine and stuff today to no avail, man. I think the Pelicans got what I got in reverse.
You ever tried mixing that pineapple juice with apple cider vinegar?
That sounds like something Willie Green would do. So at this point, no, I won't do that because
I just thought you might try it.
I can't take any
That's
advice
a
from
good
Coach right
point.
now.
That's a good point.
This is a question I have, man. Slim says.
I'm feeling that question.
Slim
I'm
says.
asking the same thing.
Slim says no stats. No stats, Big Q. Okay, no stats. We'll just mention them briefly. We won't break the stats down. We'll mention them briefly in between.
Say Q.
But we got to talk about some of them, not all of them, but the points in the paint.
I mean,
Obviously,
we can just talk about the game, Big Q.
56-54. I mean, the stats is in between the game, right? But go ahead. Whoever want to chime in on that.
I just got a question.
Go ahead.
How have the Pelicans went from being disappointing but exciting, a lot of times and interesting to this? I almost feel like I'm watching the Saints. The Pelicans are turning into the New Orleans Saints, bro. It's just like there was a moment in the third quarter, it's like maybe 4.5 minute mark or something like that. Where the Warriors, they shot a 3-pointer, right? And the Pelicans got the rebound, Q. They look shocked. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's just the energy out there, man. There is none. And Willie get up there and say he didn't see anything concerning, and he saw the guys fight and play with joy. Were we watching the same game?
Nah, that dude is he not trying to.
Q, I gotta take it back, bro. I used to always be like, man, Willie, a lot of things, but he not a liar. Willie just got up there and told a bold-faced lie, Q. for all us. And then he tried to say this shit ain't concerning.
He downplaying it, bro.
While not calling any plays. So go ahead, Lex. You can pick up on that point.
Let me. What is this offense supposed to be? That's the thing. What is this? What are we doing here?
Crisis.
That's my thing.
Always been.
Yeah, I'm confused though. Let's delve into what is the Pelicans offense supposed to look like? Because it was several different things that was going on out there, and at different points and intervals of time. So let's go into that, because that's very concerning to me. Go ahead, Lex.
Golly, there's so many points that I could jump on. Just looking at this game, but I think one of the biggest questions that I asked in the offseason, leading up to preseason and all that, is this a win now team? And I think it's clear that this is not a win now team. The preparation in the offseason, there was none. And everything that they did not do in the offseason to get better, it hasn't panned out, and we're seeing it. And that's why I told you, Big Q, coming into the season, I really wasn't excited. That's why I was just saying, let's just see it. Let's see what's going on. We're seeing it. And I know you said on yesterday, Big Q, it's 4 games in, but it's not 4 games in. This is year 4. How long and this is year 6 as far as with Brandon and Zion. Okay? So it's not 4 games in. We gotta lose that. This whole thing has not been working. And we've been seeing it despite of the wins, the winning percentage in regular season going up, since Willie Green's been here. But we still have been seeing that, hey, this does not look right. We've been seeing this stuff. Even in their wins, there's things that don't look right. They don't look right. And we can't, you can't ignore it. Like, if you have an eye for the game, if you know the game and you have an eye for the game, you can't just look at wins and losses. And I know some fans want to do that. They want to look at the wins and losses. Well, at least we won. No. We don't want to have that type of mentality. We want a winning culture. At least we got the win. We got the W. That's what they are selling the fans a horrible product right now. And every fan who's here and not here should feel a certain kind of way about that. Okay? You can see there's a lot of things that are wrong, and they're getting away with murder every single night. And it's sad that they're doing this. I understand it's a business, but hey, the business is booming. You know why? Because we keep watching the games. We keep seeing this poor product being put on the floor. They're being reactive. They're not being proactive. Everything about this organization is delayed. It's delayed. They are behind. And that's what's happening. You know, Griff said earlier in the offseason, he said, this is not a time for complacency. Dog, you've been nothing but complacent for years with a Z at the end. You've been complacent this whole time, trying to collect data. Let's wait and see. See what? What else do you need to see?
Game 10, Lex.
Even with the core players, there's no chemistry. The chemistry doesn't look right. The synergy doesn't look right. You're putting players out there that don't have good chemistry. You're not positioning players where they need to be to succeed. These things are important. Look, you can have all the talent in the world. You can have all the talent in the world, but it means absolutely nothing if you're not working hard, if the effort's not there, if you're not positioning guys to succeed, if you're not empowering your the players. You know, you like just look like you want to play, guys. The season just started. You know, even looking at Detroit, looking at the Wizards, and I peek in on a lot of games. I peek in on a lot of games, you guys. I've watched other teams play. They know their role. I'm looking at the flow of the game. They're in sync. Everybody understands what they're supposed to do out there. Everybody understands their role. When I look at this team, no one out there understands their role. The spacing is bad, even in handoffs. You see on some of the handoffs where they were crowded, it's like, oh my goodness, why are we having problems with handoffs? Why are we having problems getting the ball in the post? Why are we having problems throwing a overhead pass? It's basic things that are just wrong. It's like guys don't understand. It's almost like they don't understand how to play basketball. And it's a combination of things, because right now there is no system. There's no chemistry. There's no synergy. When there is synergy and chemistry, guess what? You have that person who's, calling the timeouts or whatever he's doing over there. Hey, we found something that's working. Let's break it up. Let's stop it from working. It's not the opponent team who's doing that. It's the guy who's the coach of the team who's breaking that up. I'm like, why would you stop that? There was a lineup at the end of the second quarter that made a push. I don't know if anybody saw that. And he stopped the push. I'm like, the Pelicans were down 1 point. I mean, are you trying to help the Warriors out, Willie? Because honestly, I don't think they need your help. I don't think they need your help at all. These things, and it's small things, and I've hit a whole bunch of things. I know I'm like hitting everywhere, but all of this stuff matters. All of this stuff matters. It's not just one thing. This stuff has been going on. It's been going on for years. It's been going on. And You know, I'm starting to think really, look, well, actually not starting to think. It just is what it is. The organization ain't trying to win. Right now, I feel like they wasting people's careers. Because if you take any of these guys and put them on another team, I bet you they do well. Ask Anthony Davis. Ask Drew Holiday. Ask NAW. Ask Coach Finch. Ask Mike Malone. Go ask them.
Even Dale Demps with Minnesota, he got a position.
With Minnesota, yeah.
Shit. Dyson Daniels at this point.
Dyson Daniels doing good out there.
Najee Marshall, that one didn't work.
Well, let's give him time, DC. And listen, everybody, this is just a pain in the ass watching this, because I'm looking at the game and I'm like, what am I looking at? What are they attempting to do? I mean, and everything's disjointed. The offense is disjointed. The defense is disjointed. The efforts, how Golden State just running around them, they passing the ball, just simple shit. It looks like they're playing playground ball out there against the Pelicans.
Horrible.
That's three straight blowouts.
I don't think Golden State was like with some of those plays. Golden State was just playing playground ball with the Pelicans.
They weren't calling a lot of plays. They weren't
calling no plays. They were just rotating the ball.
I mean, you know, they just cut and dry defense like paper. They can get to the rim at will. You know, do what they want.
They had so many layups, man. Dunks.
It was passing up layups for threes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, the thing is, they were picking the Pelicans apart, and I don't know if I correct me if I'm wrong, but Willie Green's supposed to be a defensive coach, right?
Yeah.
They ran the same play. I saw the same play ran like 5 freaking times, like in a row, and same result. I'm like, we're not calling a timeout to make changes or anything. Like, what's going on? I think it might have been more than that. They ran the same play. Okay? That screen where it was a handoff with Draymond. Draymond got the ball. He just threw a lob. You know what I'm saying? It was either an alley-oop layup, a dunk, or just, I don't know, a jump shot. I don't know, something. They ran that so many times. I'm like, so are we not memorizing what they're doing? Like, what's going on?
You know,
gosh. And you can do nothing but laugh, because I'm like, I'm looking at their plays that they're calling. I'm like, man, that was a nice play. Are you taking notes over there? Is somebody taking notes on the bench? Okay, this dude did this, did that. Take the play and use it for your squad, man. Take the play. Like, if you can't think of any plays, can you watch the other team? Because I'm seeing some beautiful plays. I don't know if y'all were looking at, you know, the Warriors and how they were running stuff.
I just seen they was just doing what they do, circulate the ball with effort.
Basketball, man. It was beautiful out there. I was like, okay, so did y'all memorize that? Because I did.
Yeah. Let me touch on a few things as far as the stats. And like I said, when the interviews pop on, we'll go right to them. But this is a few things that I've seen in the game. The Golden State Warriors beat the Pelicans a different way tonight. The other night, they shot them out of the gym. Tonight, I mean, it was 13 of 38 from downtown. Pelicans 11 of 36. So they had a 2-point differential in terms of 3-point shooting. Golden State did. Pelicans was 12 of 20 from the foul line for 60%. Golden State 9 of 13 for 69%. The assist game 33-24 in favor of Golden State. The turnovers 15-14. Pelicans had that. The biggest thing was the points in the paint. Golden State 56-34 points in the paint against the Pelicans. 56-34. So I mean, it's regardless or not, if you was to give them a third try, they'll figure another way to beat the Pelicans. It's just the effort game, and of course, we've seen some of our better players really didn't get it done offensively. We know Zion struggled mightily. He had 12 points, 12 boards in 33 minutes. He was 5 of 20 from the field and 2 of 7 from the foul line. 2 of 7. BI 14 points for him with 5 boards and 6 assists in 32 minutes. 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown. 16 for Jose in 35 minutes. 6 of 13 4 of 8 from downtown. Jose 4 assists, 1 steal, and a couple of blocks. 23 for Jayhawk in 39 minutes. 9 of 21 from the field. 4 of 14 from downtown. 23 for him, and then off the bench, 9 for JRE, 7 for Jamal Cain. Came in there and played pretty decently for the Pelicans. Him getting some minutes. 5 for Green. Javonte Green, 26 minutes, 1 of 5, 5 points, 5 boards. Outside of that, ain't much to talk about here. Pelicans are without a lot of talent, but still in all, you got your 2 big guns you expected to win the contest.
No doubt.
So DC, go ahead, bro. What you think?
Well, I mean, Zion's game was very concerning tonight.
Right.
It looked like Draymond Green got to him again, got in his head or whatever. It was crazy. You know, the refs ain't do us no favors, but they definitely were calling this, you know, Golden State game. You know, a lot of those calls were
Did
ridiculous.
you see them hold the ball? So
they held the ball for like 2 minutes.
They did that like 3 times. I'm like, so is that legal? Like, I'm like, dang. I mean, I know the Warriors won a championship, but my goodness, y'all helping them out. I didn't know you could do that.
They definitely helping them. But you know what I think it is, Lex, when you got
that's disrespectful.
A team that then won championships, you know, multiple championships. I know they kind of look at them a certain way. I don't know if some of the refs maybe starstruck by Draymond or influenced by him. You know, every time there's a damn foul, he's getting up talking about review it. Like, damn, dude, you don't never commit a foul. You don't never commit a foul.
And I could have supposed that boy fouled out. Like, I don't know, like how many?
He had so many fouls, bro.
How many?
They took him away and gave him to somebody else.
They took a foul away from him, and I was like, "Are you serious?" Because Draymond should have been fouled out in the first half.
He should have been fouled. That some bitch was fouling all over the place.
Yeah.
Then he mouths off at the referees, and they don't do him something. Green asks whatchamacallit the referee about him holding Zion, and said he's holding him. He teed up Green.
Right.
I'm like, these
anybody just a little bit, they blow that whistle so quick. I'm like, wow. Like, make this make sense.
That's why I was saying, man, about
there's
Zion.
No consistency in the whistle.
Well, that's why you can't count on that. But DC, go ahead, finish your point, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, y'all right, but we got to hold Zion accountable.
Right,
Zion told us he was out for vengeance this year.
Yeah, he did.
Zion said he was going to be ready for the start of the season more than ever. I understand the brother had a virus or whatever, but to me, it's like when a certain part of his game gets shut down, like he doesn't adjust. He kept trying to go left all night and getting shut down doing that, and it took him forever to finally decide to start going to the right and finishing on some of those plays. You worked on the free throw line jumper and the little fader. Like, I ain't see none of that shit. You know, I'm not encouraging Zion to shoot threes, but they're in a zone. Like, man, you might have to try to pull one of them. But I'm just saying you can't keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. This was probably, for me, I remember they had the Memphis game and the Bucks game when they guarded Zion a similar way you see Golden State would do at times. You got that zone with a primary defender and a secondary guy. And that was probably the 2 worst games I think I've ever seen in his career. This, for me, tonight was the worst one out of the 3. Got a lot of higher expectations for him based on the work he said he was putting in, and I thought he was, but I don't see a lot of, I guess maybe I thought I would see more additional things to his game.
Yeah, you thought you would see the mid-range game that he should have used.
I didn't think it would be like, you know, a finished product or prominent, but I thought he would come out using it, especially when teams wall up against him.
Yes.
You know, and I know he's not being done any favors by coaching.
No.
Brandon Ingram was kind of, you know, a disappearing act tonight too. We're definitely understaffed. Nobody can defend the rim. Zion was trying. He's still kind of lazy on that end. He did get 12 rebounds, but both our centers are hurt now. So You're gonna get your Trey Jemison minutes probably, Lex, and might get my Carlo minutes.
What?
But yeah,
No, don't add my name, man.
He was he there.
what you mean? What you
But
mean?
just go on, man.
Well,
Just go
but
on.
I'm gonna just finish my point about Z. And you know, all that going on, I look for a guy like him, especially in a game like this, to okay, we might not be able to win it, right? But I just look for that fire and that performance, you know, from your star, man. Like you gotta show up. Even if you don't have it going, you gotta keep going and figure something out and find something to at least get a spark for next game or something, man. Just some type of passion and energy. And I didn't see that tonight. I saw, you know, our leader of our team right now, like confused, confidence shot, like you said, Q, and just, you know, searching for answers. And I wish we had a coach that could help us. But we got Willie Green, so Z, you got to figure it out, man. It's year 6.
You know
you
what?
want it. If you really want it, I got to see something different on his homestand. If Zion still look like this, like he looked these last games on his homestand, they got Willie Green got to go. Somebody got to get traded. Something has to happen, or the season is going to be shot. We can't keep playing with this type of weight. Even if we win or we lose, we can't play this brand of basketball. This shit ain't gonna go nowhere. I remember I made a joke last night about the 04 Pistons. That's what I felt like I was watching tonight again. Like, man, wait, hold up. Is it 2024? Or damn, I'm back in like 2005? That's the type of basketball it felt like. You know, so I don't know what the answer specifically is for Z, but I think a lot of it's on him, and he's got to get it together, man.
Yeah, a mid-range game would have helped tonight, to be honest with you, man. And that's what they because that shot's open for him. He's just not comfortable enough to rely on it, man. I mean, it's there for him.
I think he just needs to get out of his head. Play Zion. Just play ball. Just play. I just it
Lex,
seemed like
he ain't gonna get them calls from them refs.
No, but I'm just saying, like when he was at Duke, he played so free. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like he's thinking too much out there. You know, he like because I'm listening to him talking. Obviously, he wants to be efficient. Like I don't know if you all noticed, but these like he was 5 for 17 tonight. That's very uncharacteristic of Zion. He's an efficient player. For what we've seen, he's been efficient. And right now, it's like I think obviously they want him to do more. He does need to do more. But, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just, I think he's thinking too much. Like, dog, go out there and play a game. You miss a shot. Hey, man, Michael Jordan missed shots. Larry Bird missed shots. Any of the Hall of Famers that you can think of, they miss shots. Nobody's making all their shots. Okay? Like Kobe Bryant, man, his efficiency was like horrible. You know what I'm saying? But the dude kept shooting. Like, dog, just keep playing. Keep playing. Put that ball up in the air, man. I mean, we know that you have grace around that basket. You can shoot. You've done it before. Like, just play basketball. Play basketball. Do what you've been doing all your life. I mean, you know, it should be first nature. It should be first nature. I mean, I don't know what's going on. You know, it seems like, you know, there's a hit in his confidence a little bit. Maybe that has something to do with the coaching. Maybe it has something to do with the system, which comes from the coaching. But the system does not look good.
No, it don't.
The chemistry out there doesn't look good. There's no one who can really help create for him. He's trying to create for others, but guys aren't really knocking down shots. So it's a combination of things. I get what you're saying, DC. I definitely am with you. He's got to do more. He's got to do way better than what he's doing. But golly, he has limited resources to work with. He really does. I mean, I mean, you're asking this dude to make
thick ass laugh.
lemonade with onions.
The same one you did on that show.
You
I don't
know,
know what you're talking about, bro. I mean, Lex, you're 100% right, man, about what's going on with this team, man. I'm looking at the games. I don't know what I'm looking at. Offensively speaking, defensively, cracks all in the
Man,
defense.
they
I
slow.
don't. It's uneven on both ends of the court.
And I ain't trying
And
to hear about small ball either. Like that small ball ain't even working. Like, look.
well, listen,
Look, I asked a question, man. Like, are other teams slow when they play small ball? You know what I'm saying?
I'm about
Because-
to try to tell you,
because,
man.
Listen, the purpose of the Pelicans playing small ball, yeah, we want to play fast. We're going to play really fast and get up and down the court. Dog, y'all ain't beating nobody. Y'all ain't beating nobody down the court.
They was
Y'all-
tired. we got a small ball team that's tired.
Man, hey, the Warriors, they played last night too. And they still beat the Pelicans by 20. So it's like, is there really an excuse for that? You know what I'm saying? And they play small ball. They made the small, they actually perfected the small ball. So, I mean, but clearly, even without their stars, the system that they play in is so strong, it ain't even funny. Their identity is just so strong. It's there's substance to their system. The Pelicans don't have that. So really, Griff, Bryson Graham, and Willie Green, I ain't trying to hear about, well, modeling their game after the Warriors. Stop it. Stop it. You don't have that personnel. You got to find the identity of this team and the personnel on this team. And if you're not going to do it, you make changes, y'all need to hurry up and do it quick before this whole season is going to be lost. Because what we saw out there on tonight, it did not look good. The product did not look good. And it's embarrassing. Three blowouts in a row. 3 blowouts, y'all.
That's right. 3 blowouts. 125, 103 to Portland. 124 to 106 first Warriors. 104-89 second Warriors.
I blame the Saints. This is very Saints-like. I think whatever's going on in the Superdome is just rubbing off on the Pelicans, man.
Pelicans got to take their own L on this one. DC ain't no excuse for this bad play to do this. In these games they're not even playing full games, man. They're not even competitive in many of these games. Like in this game, they had a situation where they could have came back, but I mean, you have these unforced errors, guys throwing the ball out of bounds, guys. It's just
there's no plays being
this is not it.
You said it takes 10 games for Willie Green to make adjustments.
That's his philosophy. 10 games. So we got what were we 2 and 3 now? We got 5 more games.
You couldn't do it in one game.
I told you in the middle of your sermon, Lex. You know, I'm trying to throw you alley-oop to 10 games, baby.
10 games.
He will not make a goddamn change till after 10 games. That's how it is.
10 game increment. I don't know where you get that from.
Said we could win 10 games in a row. If it takes 10 games to make adjustments, that ain't happening.
Okay. Cracking the tough up.
Hey, Big Q, pull the schedule up there before we get to the Pacers, man.
Oh man,
why? What were we looking at?
I want to see what the end of the 10 game streak gonna look like.
Oh,
you know, while we talking about it, I want to see how many losses or wins we're gonna have at the end of the 10 game streak
for the coaching staff to make adjustments, y'all.
See, so the next 5.
With that being said, having a 10 game winning streak is guaranteed.
I ain't gonna happen. I don't think this will happen, but man, we could lose. We could lose the next 5 pretty easy.
Yep. Especially the way they playing. Even
all of these teams have beaten us before and caused problems for us.
Portland just beat the Clippers on tonight. Golly.
I mean, the Clippers, no Kawhi.
You know what? Now,
They beat Golden
I'm
State.
looking at the way these guys are playing, and they're
They beat
playing.
Golden State with Steph. When they have Steph
Wait,
with them, or was Steph with them?
the Clippers beat Golden State with Steph?
Wasn't Steph with them when they beat them before they met the Pelicans? Yeah, Steph was with them. I want to say when Harden beat them, but before we got a chance to see him. Wasn't that what the case was? I think with Harden that night. Yeah, because Steph was hurt that first game we were supposed to play. So yeah, he played. Now I want to say he played in that game.
Oh my gosh.
But the next 5 games is at home against Indiana, at home against Atlanta, at home against Portland, at home at Cleveland, and on the road against Orlando. That's the next 5.
Indiana just beat the Celtics tonight.
We're gonna see what they got going on, man, because they got to turn this
I
around.
think we already see.
Well, let's look at it. Let's look at this. The preview the Indiana Pacers matchup, y'all. This is who we got on. What is it? Friday at 7:00, man. Back to normal games. We got Indiana up, and they won. They beat the Celtics in overtime, 135-132. Siakam scored 29 points in the game to help get past them. So yeah, the Pacers are going to be a tough duel. And they're 2-3 right now. So they had the issues. They're not perfect, but they did get a good quality win.
Hey, for some reason,
tonight.
Stacey, though, for some reason, the Pacers actually play well against the Celtics. They've had their number a few times, so yeah. But I get what you're saying. They don't play great defense.
Ben Mathurin had 30 points against the Pacers tonight. He had 30 points. He had 30 points in 43 minutes. He also had 11 boards to go along with that. 29 from Siakam with 11 boards, 5 assists, 17 from Halliburton. So 18 from Toppin. Obi Toppin, 33 minutes, had 18.7 boards. They beat the Celtics tonight. They're now 2-3. This is who we got next. To see these guys, man. So let's preview this thing. DC, Lex, y'all take y'all stab. This is the first of 2 we'll see of this team, and by the end of this month, we'll be done with the Pacers. We got them on the 1st of November and on the 25th.
I don't have a lot of optimism in them beating the Pacers, especially coming off of what I seen tonight, and cut them just a little bit of slack. The rash of injuries, we can't act like the injuries aren't crazy for the Pelicans. We looking at maybe Daniel Tice and Misi both being hurt now as well. So this Pacers team, man, they got a lot of good players on this team. They coming off riding high, beating the Celtics. I think this one of the ones, man. I don't have a philosophy for the Pels to go out and beat them. I just want to see them actually show up and play basketball like they care.
Yeah.
That's really all I want to see against the Pacers.
That care part is important.
Because they just look content to take this L tonight, and they look content to take the L against the Warriors, and they look content to take the L against the Blazers. I don't see anybody upset. Willie's not concerned, like
yes,
why would they beat a Pacers team just because they're at home? Like the fans not gonna be, they're not happy right now, So
the man told his team to play with joy, bro. There you go.
Man, Brandon was over there laughing with Draymond. I'm like, God, you are getting blown out. He did that 2 nights in a row.
No, I'm gonna tell you something, Lex, that I wanted to say this last show, but I noticed a lot of us haven't paid attention or maybe didn't see. Jerry Stackhouse is on the Warriors staff. That is Brandon Ingram's. That's his dog, for as a coach and a mentor to him. What if BI is cool with getting traded and he wants to get traded to the Warriors if possible? Maybe that's why he over there laughing and skinning and grinning so much.
What you gonna get out that, man?
What we gonna get out of it?
That's all I care about.
I mean,
if somebody wants Andrew Wiggins, because I think he would have to be one of the players in it, and you can get wind up with Kevon Looney and whatever you get for Wiggins. Huh?
This organization
I don't know about
no
that,
more cool, calm, and collected players, man.
What are you talking about?
Wiggins.
No, I say you flip Wiggins. I don't want Wiggins. I say whatever you can get for Wiggins, you bring in a third team because he's the guy with the money.
I don't think nobody wants him.
Well, I don't know how else you make it work. I'm not advocating for him to get traded there.
Why the hell you bring it up then?
Because Brandon Ingram is happy and skinning and grinning over there.
I don't mean he won't be traded over there.
How you know he don't want to?
How you know?
I don't. I said, what if?
DC
is Jamaican moonwalking right
now. Pull out one of them fantasy books and read them, Q. You know how they work.
I read all
shit all the time.
Who's the coach again?
What'd you say, Lex?
Steve Kerr.
Who's the coach again?
Steve Kerr.
Okay, so you know Steve Kerr coached the FIBA team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon.
DC saying by way of Jared Stackhouse. That's what DC.
Are y'all not listening to what I said? I said, what if Brandon Ingram wants to get traded to the Golden State Warriors?
Okay.
I didn't say he was going to get traded.
Just because you speak with the accent don't mean we didn't hear.
Why are we talking about this then?
Because he was skinning and grinning and happy and shit over there. So I'm talking about that
DC was gonna say some deep shit. He got up there.
That shouldn't be cool.
He was gonna say some deep shit. He ain't
it shouldn't be cool.
Draymond was trying to talk design and he wasn't smiling at all, man.
Draymond was getting cursed at by your boy. What's about
John Hawk just told him watch his fucking mouth.
But it's like, well, you better watch your mouth, boy.
Oh, that's what Draymond said.
Nah, I'm saying
I couldn't see what Draymond said. There was the camera was at the back of his head.
Do you like Jordan Poole, boy?
He get away with whatever you want out there, man.
Draymond was getting away with a lot.
He get extra fouls.
He really does. I'm looking. And I can change my lens to a referee real quick. I'm looking at what he was doing. Like they were looking so much like as far as with his hands up, right? But it's like, no, you need to look at the blocking foul, buddy. You all are so focused. Yeah, he got his hands up. But the thing is, there's more to a foul than just your hands. His hands weren't straight up. They weren't straight up. You can't lean to the side and then you can't start fouling to take a freaking charge. Does anybody else know this? Does anybody else know this?
These referees
though.
they don't operate.
Those are not fouls. Those are excuse me. That's a foul on Draymond. You cannot start falling trying to take a charge. And then you're trying to do it at the side. Your feet are no longer set. You have changed your torque. This is physics. This is physics, people.
Lex.
You can't do that.
Lex.
We gotta deal with this for at least about 2-3 years.
Yeah, Lex. This team, this coach, this referee staff was the worst referee staff in the entire league. Like when what was it? Who was that? Zion Williamson? That they went and challenged to play whatever it was, and Javonte Green ended up rebounding the ball, and then they turned around and said nobody didn't have.
Yeah, they held the ball on the to see if the Warriors wanted to challenge, and they did end up challenging. I'm like, dog, you all held the ball for like 1 minute, 2 minutes. That's not even legal. Like usually it's the players that are doing that.
No, they don't need to do it. They got help.
What's wrong with this stuff, man? That's disrespectful.
It's called corruption, Lex.
But
okay.
That's why I keep saying, man, these Pelicans, man, you gotta be tired of the disrespect every single year. Like you're not getting respect. Y'all should be playing with a chip. That's why you can't play like this. You can't come out and not play with energy. You can't come out and not be getting after it. Y'all got to play like you care about basketball. And I don't know, like, tell me that you love the game of basketball without telling me that you love basketball. Like, do I need to tell any of you all that I love basketball?
No.
Have I told you without telling you that I love basketball? Can you see that? Do you feel that?
I see that.
These dudes to do that.
Because they don't love basketball like you.
You have to be passionate about the game. Man, why do you play a sport and you don't go out there and compete? What is the purpose of playing a sport and you don't compete?
Money.
Because you got money and you don't need to compete as hard because you didn't have that money. That's why when you got the money, you dialed back.
Does anybody care about their legacy? Does anybody care about their
The
career?
greatest ones do. Because some of them guys been rich since they were teenagers. Zion Williamson has been rich since he's been a
You mean
teenager.
before the NILs?
They've been rich for a long time, Lex.
Because they've been getting paid under the table.
Oh yeah. No, they've been them guys been rich for a long time, man. So, the money thing is like you can see it in a lot of the players' demeanor. They've been millionaires for a long time. It's the players like Jose Alvarado and Najee Marshall, those guys who have to get it out of the mud. That's where you see that come
when you
from.
saw third string and fourth string, and if there's a fifth string,
Every
time they come in, you saw that energy. Brandon Boston, he came in with some energy.
Yeah. Jamal Cain.
Jamal Cain.
Jamal Cain. Shout out to Jamal Cain.
They when I saw those guys out there, I respect their energy. I respect the fact that they were getting after it. They were getting deflections. They were getting their hands in the cookie jar. Like they actually went on a run where they were just down 1 point. Did you all see that?
Oh yeah.
It was that group. It was that group.
That group, and he took them out.
The only starter that was out there. I think Jordan Hawkins, he might have been out there. I got to go back and look. But those guys,
was that the JRE minutes? Didn't they put JRE out?
No, I think Green was out there. Javante Green,
Boston, Cain,
and Cain, Jamal Cain.
Okay.
Yeah, they were out, but you saw the energy shift.
Cain did really well tonight. In 24 minutes, he was 3 or 4 from the field. He had 7 points. He had a couple of rebounds. Yeah, JRE did a pretty decent job. 23 minutes, 9 points.
The best minutes I've seen from him.
5 boards from him. Yeah, pretty complete. Green was all right, man. Green wasn't exactly doing the stuff that I seen early on.
Green brought the energy though.
Yeah, he
definitely was a key part of.
He was trying to
any positive you've seen in this game. He was a part of it. He was. They played with a lot more energy when he was out there.
But
I mean, I can respect that.
Of emphasis is the energy. They weren't. I'm not saying that they were doing great out there, but they brought energy. They were playing with something.
Those guys circulate the ball better though. Lex, those guys get out there, they circulate the ball. They playing defense. They're doing it
at the right spots. I mean, there was a lot of guys bumping into each other. Spacing was bad.
Spacing was very bad.
Yeah,
spacing was very bad. You're absolutely right. So let me get some of these prediction abilities from y'all right now. So this is going to be easy call. Pelicans, do they break the 3-game slide against the Pacers? Yay, nay?
No. Not a snowball chance in hell.
Lex?
I think they did this for gambling purposes. But
really?
So you think the Pels gonna win then?
No.
Because it's for the Pacers.
I need you to listen. The percentage should be a whole lot higher.
Oh
for
shit!
The Pacers. They're trying to be like, there's a little hope by putting it in that 40% for the Pelicans.
I gotta throw this out here. So the Pelicans, so you don't see a path to victory for the Pelicans coming home after a 4-game West Coast trip against Portland and Golden State, coming home for the next several games. We don't see a path to victory. The Pelicans playing with more energy, more effort here, better IQ. We don't see any of that happen here.
Let me ask you something. Who all is playing? Do we know who's playing?
No.
Okay.
You'll have Zion and
Bi. They play Friday.
I mean,
so
will we?
We definitely not gonna have her.
When is this game? On Friday?
Jordan Hawkins was almost missed the game. He had lower back soreness.
He was available. They made him available on tonight, but he was having back soreness or spasms.
They're gonna have to call up players from the G League for sure.
Yeah,
so
they might see have to do something.
Antonio Reeves minutes. You might see Carlo. You might see some Trey Jemison minutes. We don't know what's going on with Daniel Tice's ankle or Yves Misi's hip. So
who?
Yves Misi his hip.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It wasn't his groin.
They said hip.
Okay.
I heard hip. I don't know. I could be wrong. If
Well,
y'all got groin,
there's a
I heard
lot
hip.
of
Though.
Check
there's
the
a
American
lot of
report.
there's a lot of banged up guys right now. I mean, y'all got a day to heal, maybe a day and a half, something. But I don't know. The energy concerns me. The energy of the team, and I continue to say that because it's been a problem in the past. Like, we can't even get to philosophy, the skills, the situations, all the other stuff. They got to get the energy right. Y'all got to come out ready to play, man. Because these other teams are getting after it. And the thing is that the measuring stick becomes when another team comes out with more energy than you. It's like, dude, so y'all just gonna stay at that energy level? You're not gonna try to exceed that bar? Like, oh, okay, they came out with that energy. We need to level it up a notch. They're not doing that. And the thing is that you don't think these other teams see that? Be like, oh shoot, they ain't getting after that. They ain't going after that loose ball.
I mean, Draymond Green already feels the way he feels against the Pelicans. He talks the way he is. He tells them, and he is basically validated. Well, how the Pelicans go out with this lackluster. It's just lackluster. Maybe it's just a non-belief or whatever system they run it. Because, like I said, I'm watching the game and I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And then you have people trying to explain what they're doing. Like I seen CJ McCollum in street clothes trying to talk to Brandon Ingram, like he pointing, like he trying to explain something to him. Like, what the hell are you explaining to him?
Man,
looking at the game like, man, none of this makes sense. You know, what are we trying to do right here? And that's the thing about, like, with Zion Williamson. And that's questions we asked to start the year off. It's like, how are they going to officiate this guy? You know, and then the thing is, we can't control that shit. You can complain all you want. We can go kick them referees in their ass. That won't change anything. His game has to change to adapt how they officiate him. He's going to have to be smarter. He got to start taking a mid-range shot. He really does have to develop, because this man, you come on, dude, get knocked on your ass trying to go up against that wall. You're gonna get hurt again. You're not going to protect yourself. I mean, it's like it doesn't have any faith in the mid-range shot, dude. Develop your, and this is like, how long has he been here for? 5 years? Good Lord, this dude don't have a mid-range shot. He got to go to the cup every damn time. I mean, man, listen, bro. Come on, deliver, get. They talk about Barkley. Barkley could shoot the damn ball from the mid range. He had a mid range shot.
You shoot threes and everything.
All that we can't. I mean, they like to try to compare the man to the. And Zion has all these physical attributes, but dude, the league is not going to officiate you correctly. You need to develop a mid range shot and then start hitting that consistently to make the game easier for you, so that they come at you, then you move around them or whatever you got to do. But his game has to develop to help him, because they're not going to officiate him correctly. They're not going to do it. So you have to get smarter there. And in terms of, like, outside of Zion Williamson, man, I just don't know, what are we doing? I don't know what the offense is. There's several different things going on. And Willie's standing on that pointing and all this stuff. I don't know what's going on here.
You know what?
I don't know what the hell going on.
Just seeing that man walking up and down in front of the bench, you know what I'm saying, with his hands in his pocket, that's annoying me. I would have been out on the court talking to the players. I would have been, just something.
The call, Lex, we just talked about, when the referees held the ball, and then they said that nobody had possession of the call. After I would have ran out there and stopped the whole fucking game. I would have said,
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Yeah. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie.
Yeah,
even with these screens that replay all this junk. Hey man, look, we had possession. Yeah, I know y'all saw that when y'all went over there.
They just made up some bullshit. Even
y'all,
Antonio Davis pointed that out.
Y'all are taking the joy away from the game.
Got on the phone with you know what? We gonna have another technical. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, that was awful,
give
man.
yourself one too, because
Like,
this is ridiculous.
yeah,
You
this
don't-
can't go for this bullshit.
Come on,
man.
guys. That would not be very mindful.
DC, cut it out, bro. I'm bringing you.
That you don't have to show your
problem.
compassion for the game that way.
No, the bottom line is that was one of those plays
that
where
was
you were
bad,
supposed to
and they
talk
let
up.
it happen.
And he
They
did.
let
Willie
that
look.
fuck
Willie
happen.
talked to the dude. I seen the next play. Willie did this little thing that he does to the referee, and the referee said something, and he just pointed downfield at this guy's a
Hey
setup.
man, y'all know Willie can only get
Man.
one technical foul about every 4 or 5 months. Y'all know this.
Bro, listen. The
He
bottom
gonna get
line
about 3,
is
maybe 4 technical fouls a year.
you
He
can't coach-
already he got a technical foul the first game.
Man,
of
the
the
hell
year,
with that. The hell with that. Not like Willie Green, but man, you can't coach like
He
this.
gotta
bro.
go home with money in his pocket, man. The man told you behind the podium, bro.
He gonna have to take. He gonna take all of the bullshit and go home with him because at the end of the day, this ain't gonna be tolerated, man. You can't do that. You can't
Are
let
you
them.
giving up on Willie Green finally, Q?
I'm not giving up on him, but he don't. If he don't turn this around,
Okay.
if you don't turn it around, you're in trouble.
Wait a minute. It's not about giving up. This dude has given up on himself.
He's not
So,
concerned. He
mean,
said that the
like-
concern part. He ain't gonna tell you he concerned, man. He gonna play it low. That's what they do. He's not gonna tell you
the
what we
thing is,
concerned.
he doesn't have to. The thing is like, dog, you're not fooling anybody. We know, everybody knows you don't have nothing up your sleeve. You have no counterpunch. Okay,
really don't.
You have no counterpunch.
What I
You're
called
not
it?
making adjustments. What did y'all go and talk about on last night? What changes did you make from yesterday?
Yeah, time to make no
What
changes from
changes?
last game.
Can somebody tell me the change that you saw? Can
Try
somebody
harder.
tell me?
Yeah, try harder.
They played with more force in the first quarter.
Change.
Well, you look at it. They didn't kill you with 3-pointers this game. They beat you a different way this game. They shot you out the building the first
They
game this
still
time.
outplayed them though.
But that's effort we
With
talking
ball
about.
movement and player movement.
They did that in the first game. They ball
ran
movement.
the same plays over and over and over and over and over again. They didn't even abandon those plays. They
No, they
kept doing
didn't.
them. You know why? Because
They worked.
Willie Green and his staff didn't figure it out.
Nah, we're gonna put
I'm
this
like,
one on
dog,
Willie.
I mean, why is Draymond getting it up at the elbow, okay, close to top of the key, and just
That's his
throwing
shot.
a lob on and y'all getting killed back door? Where was weak side help? Okay. I'm
It's all right, man.
sorry.
It's okay.
I saw that so many times. I'm like, no one's gonna address this.
No.
Why are they
They are
doing
not.
this over and over again?
It's right.
It used to be the same way.
The easiest alley-oops I ever saw in my life.
It was like 3 plays that they ran consistently. They just switched them up.
They had to have at least like 12 to 11 dunks and layups.
They did.
Easily.
Contested.
And then the effort stuff too. Like when what's the kid name? Podzinski got in there and tapped the ball back out. Hill took a shot and it missed, and then he tapped it among 2 or 3 Pelicans back out. The buddy to hit the 3-point shot. Just effort, man. Just going in there, effort and playing.
Kuminga
Man.
was destroying Brandon Ingram. What are you
Kuminga.
talking about, Buddy Hill?
Kuminga.
Kuminga was doing him. Did you see how he shook him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kuminga. At a layup. I didn't know you could shake somebody in such a short space.
That's why you're on the trade block, huh?
I mean,
we got to get better, man. We got to put Willie on the trade block.
They put the camera on Steve Kerr.
Wait, what? You can put Willie on the trade block?
We got to do something, brother.
Oh my God! You know it's bad. Big Q is finally off the Willie train.
Oh
No, brother.
It is horrible.
No, bro, that ain't
It's horrible.
This is
no,
me all
it's
the time.
You just said you want to trade him.
No, I said, well, can we put him on the trade block? Cause we need some help here, man.
And I understand.
I like Willie, but dude, we need an offense, bro.
I understand. I just, we
you gotta
just
do
do
it.
and stuff. So that's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing.
Man, this is bad, man.
Funny. I'm laughing because, it's a daggone shame.
We see you, Stacey, up in there. He throwing his little shots. What is I told you so. But I think it was
talked about this. We've been
no. I'm talking about Stacey. Yeah, we was. I disagree with some stuff he had. Like I told you, I still feel like Hawkins could be a starter in this league on some teams, bro. About 15 teams. I think he could be a starter. But
hey, for real, Josh.
What Josh said? We need some white boys on the team. Josh might be
We got
right.
one. We got one on
They
here.
usually come with shooting, don't they? We need some more shooting.
Let's
Well,
call
you
You
know
should have
Matt
kept
Ryan.
Matt Ryan, man.
Hey, yes, I am upset. It's like because I'm like, we don't have any shooters on the team. Where did Matt go?
But don't y'all think this would look different? Minus the injuries, will we still be in the same situation? Would
Do you want the
DeJounte
truth or do you want
DeJounte being there?
Radical
No,
answer.
I think
Trey Murphy being there? Would CJ being there?
it'll
You know,
definitely look different.
I mean, yeah,
will we
they're
still
gonna
have
look
lost
different,
these
but-
games?
No, because Murray would cover up a
Okay.
lot of the
Can I
problems
say
that
something real quick
I think
to
Murray.
counter that
I think
that notion?
I think Murray covers up a lot of the stuff that we've seen tonight, like like a lot of stuff we've seen over the last couple of losses that the Pelicans don't have any. There's the roles, like I said about roles. They had CJ McCollum running the point guard position. We know that's a failure because he's just too. No disrespect to CJ, he's too selfish of a player. He just don't see the court the same way a Murray does or something like that.
Dance.
So yeah, right. And plus, the ball gets stuck with him at times, and then these errors and issues we talked about before, when you throw the ball to BI, the game slows down because BI started getting into his little ISO bag. So I mean, we've seen this before. DeJounte Murray would cover a lot of that up because he would not allow CJ to play off ball, which is his specialty. He would then facilitate to the right person, and he covers a lot of the stuff up we talked about. With him being out here, that we basically, you wipe away his addition, and then you go back to what you was last year. And truth to the matter is, we have the same coach for to your credit, the last 4 years, which means the system that he's running. These players that have been in the system should be more mature to what he's doing. It's not showing that. They still seem confused. I'm watching this dude and I'm looking around being confused, and even his defense is confusing. You know, they're all over the place.
Confuses them.
So they're not organized. But go ahead, Lex. What you got?
I have a question. Do you think the Warriors would have looked different with Steph Curry
They'd have killed the Pelicans.
and Wiggins?
Yeah. Game would have been over at halftime.
They'd have killed. They'd have beat
Do
the
you
Pelicans
see my
by 30.
point?
They'd have been about 35, 40
It's
points.
like, come on, man. Look, yeah, we're gonna look different.
Come on,
but
Lex.
they
You
would've
can't
looked
say that,
different
though,
too
right?
with those guys.
But that's
No. I get that. I get that. We could play the hypotheticals with Steph being there, with both of us being healthy. I think with both of us healthy, we would have split. We probably would have lost 1-1 against the Warriors. We can't act like this same core group of guys hasn't beat the Warriors with Steph before ever. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
so,
but we're
I
looking
think
at these games.
I think Herb makes a huge difference, man. I mean, just looking at this game tonight, and last game after he left, the defense is just atrocious now. You're like, damn. We talking about Willie Green being a great defensive coach.
Herb and Misi.
How good?
has not been
Misi too.
looking
Misi
good.
is helping.
Yeah, Herb and
Offensively, he ain't been looking
good.
Offensively, he's looked bad, but defensively, I've seen him do a lot of positive things. I've seen him make mistakes and people score on him and stuff. He ain't in mid-season form.
Some things, but that doesn't
He
mean
ain't been horrible.
he's been playing great.
No,
I don't feel like nobody's been playing great because the system is jacked. Like there looks like no identity. Nobody's looking good out there.
Jordan Hawkins looked pretty good.
I mean,
could look better, but he looked pretty good.
I mean, he's a shooter, DC, though. He gets the spot
he's
lift up.
handling the ball, creating his own shot. I mean, he needs to be that 2 guard. But I don't know. Because I kind of feel like in a lot of situations, he was doing too much.
I mean,
nobody else wanted to shoot. Like it was like hot potato with the ball.
Yeah,
they were playing through him though. That's no.
Was doing way too much. Like that's not his role.
Nobody else wasn't doing anything, Lex.
And I know, no, and you're not wrong. That's true, but it's still like, and that's what the problem is. Like,
yeah, he had 22 points tonight.
Solidified in their role.
17 shots though. So.
And if
21
everybody's
shots.
not doing it,
damn.
It just, I don't know, man. It looks weird out there. I mean, even with Hawkins, he's doing well, but I mean, Is it really sticking out like that he's doing that well
Yes.
when the team is doing that horrible?
I mean, we put it that way.
I mean, Brandon and Zion had 61 points, right?
It's like washing the car with a
Okay,
bad
so but the team still got blown out. Like, is that a win? Like, yeah, like, okay, Zion had, finally had one of his better games this season, but it's like the loss was still bad. There was still missed defensive
A ton of them. A ton of
Yeah.
them.
There was a lot of missed opportunities, missed rebounds, just 50-50 balls. The hustling factor. There was a lot of stuff that was missed. It's like, yeah,
Backdoor cuts,
Pop
all
was
that.
playing pretty well, but did the team play well? No. So it's like it kind of doesn't shine too bright, especially if it's a blowout, man. If it was close, maybe you could say, hey, Hawk, he played well and things, but these were blowouts.
I mean, this is true, but like I said, we still had access to our best two players, Zion and Ingram. They played 65 minutes out there, and we still wasn't able to translate anything. They combined for 26 points between BI and Zion, and Hawk got 23 in 39 minutes, 16 from Jose. So they did give an effort. If your stars score their averages, maybe it changes things.
I got a question.
You barely get it though, Lex. You barely get it if they meet their averages, right? 26 points between two players, between your top two guys. I mean, anytime you have your top two guys and they don't, and they're missing Steph Curry and these other guys, you're expected to beat them.
That's really interesting that you pointed out, because that just made me think. They made adjustments.
They did.
The Warriors made adjustments. They blew the Pelicans out the first game of the back-to-back, and they made adjustments, and you saw their adjustments. You saw it.
I mean, they were just, to me, what I seen from Golden State, they basically played with the same energy they played in the first game. They played with the same effort. They played defense. They ran the floor. Your boy didn't kill you. Waters didn't kill you this game.
No, he didn't.
Waters
was
chilled.
still a balanced attack. There was balanced scoring.
Buddy Hill still
was involved. Everybody was moving. Basically, they kind of polished up, things that they messed up, and they got off to a better start. And they held on to the lead.
Yeah. Draymond Green, he did his thing.
And that was a major improvement. Yeah, Draymond, he was more of a presence on tonight.
Jackson, the center, Jackson had 15 points. He didn't have that kind of production first game. Podzinski, he threw in 13 points with 7 assists.
He did a whole lot more as well.
But Podzinski was the big factor. He did what Lindy Waters did not scored a bunch of baskets, but he had 13 points. He had 8 rebounds and 7 assists. This kid almost had a triple-double on the Pelicans on a slick, just coming off the bench in effort time with 38 minutes of game.
Yeah.
So 21 from Buddy. Buddy was 4-12 from the field. from downtown. He finished with 21 points. 10 from Anderson, a bum-ass Anderson, still collecting a check, but he was able to get 10 points and 4 boards. Kuminga threw in 16. And Draymond was able to do what Draymond does, 14 points, 6 assists, 4 boards, and 30 minutes of action.
His game improved. He had a lot of assists. How many assists did he have?
He had 6 assists. He was
like that dude had like 15.
Yeah, but
he made a lot of good passes over the
right. He basically ran the offense.
Passes.
Yeah, he basically
a lot of hockey passes.
It was basically him facilitating like point forward. And you had Podzinski when operating there as well. So they kind of circulated between those guys, but they didn't lose any energy. Even though Draymond yammers on and talks crazy, but he's an energy guy. He getting there taking charges, and these other guys feed off his energy. Podzinski doing his thing. He's a little BI too. Every time something happened, he throwing his his hands in the hair and stuff like. I was like, why is this curly head kid always talking shit? But he get it from Draymond. If Draymond can do it, he can get away with it. But they did a really good job out there, man. To be honest with you, and they out efforted the Pelicans. That's just what it comes down to. The Pelicans walking around all somber looking and shit. They couldn't hit him. Hit free throw. Zion at the line. He was 2 for 7 from the foul line. So I mean, you can't, if you are a big time player, I don't care who you are, you can't go 2 for 7 from the foul line, man. You just can't do that. And then, like I was saying, man, I don't know, for Zion to get to that level, man, the league is not gonna lend you any what's the word I'm searching for? They ain't gonna lend you any mercy.
Yeah,
he has to. He got to do.
Hasn't helped in that regard anyway. So
well, he got to.
I don't think that's an organization thing for it is now. I think it's more of a coaching thing because you got to put a lot of demand on him, a lot of accountability on him, and a lot of responsibility.
But that should have came.
And you got to back him up. You know, if Zion
but the thing is that
who's developing him?
He hasn't had that.
Who's developing him, bro?
Nobody.
Charles Lee, his stepdad.
I mean, who's developing his game? It's like
like during the season and stuff.
Right. Zion Williamson.
They say that for the first time, they said he came in all summer and he worked with our people. But the 5 years prior, Zion went off on his own in the offseason and did his own thing. This is the first year he came into the Pels facility and allowed them to work with him. And I forget the brother's name who
Aaron.
Aaron was helping him with that turnaround shot. They showed a lot of clips of that.
Because Will Guillory talked about that. He was down in Dallas and he was, training down there. He had a chef down there. Aaron was down there. There was another trainer and as well as his dad. And they, that's where he trained. But we did.
He was in the city too. He was in the city too, Lex. He was in Pels. He was in a Pels facility in the city. He was working a lot with a personal trainer. I mean, not for the physical therapist. Judging by all these injuries, we need another one. I think it's about time we sign our second physical therapist.
They ain't gonna do it.
Maybe we should do 2. We should do 2.
They ain't gonna do it because they cheat.
I bet you the Warriors probably got like 5 of them.
Yeah, they probably got. They
Warriors
probably
got trophies.
Yeah,
they
got a new arena for crying out loud.
Oh well, if the Pelicans want one, they better get up off their ass and put a better team together. Get some respectability in the front office, man. Running around with kind men and cheap coaches. No disrespect to Willie Green, but Willie Green wouldn't be here if he wouldn't have effed up the 2 previous coaching hires with Elvin Gentry and Stan Van Gundy. We would have been able to have more of a credible resume coach here. You had to settle for a cheaper hire. That's what they did because he wanted to take all those people. But at the end of the day, now that Willie's here, he's been here for 4 years. And Willie Green has to improve. He has to improve his
I pretty much, my standpoint on it now after what I've seen at the beginning of the season, man, it's done. It is done with the Willie Green coaching era. The team is embodying. Let me finish. The team is embodying Willie Green's energy. And the question I wanted to ask y'all, to go ahead and let you speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that these dudes are finally tuning out Willie Green? Are they tapping out and tuning out on? Because we know he lost Brandon Ingram in that Lakers game last year. We know that. And we saw the Thunder series and what went on. Looking at from what I'm seeing, it was 2 night and day different teams with DeJounte out there versus what we got now. Are these dudes tuning out Willie Green? When you play sports, man, and your coach give you a play, and that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to run it with force and energy and positivity and joy when it ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
you might want to run it hard, but subconsciously you're gonna run that shit kind of half-assed. Or you're not gonna go full 100%. If you're doing good, maybe you give it 90 or 85. But it's kind of hard, man, to keep banging your head up against a wall and your coaches keep telling you to do the same shit, and
There's no
you know it ain't gonna work.
But I think the thing is that, you know, as a coach, you have to grow. Like, there are so many resources out here, whether you want to take the advice from Borrego or not. Dude, what are you doing in the off season? Are you studying? Are you learning more about your personnel? Are you understanding where to place them in order for each player to succeed to maximize the team? Like, those things are very important. This dude has had 3 off seasons to understand his personnel. And you know what? I don't feel like he's learned not a daggone thing. Because they look the same. They look the same. Like, dog, why haven't you done your homework? As a coach, you have homework. And I'm going to say this. I know some people may not have heard it, but, you know, I peek in on a lot of teams. But let me tell you something. JJ Redick is proving a lot of people wrong right now because that dude is coaching over there. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at his sets. I'm looking at how he's situating guys, how he's changed up things. When he first came out and said he knew who he was going to start. It didn't take him long to figure that out. The squad that what's the last dude who was the coach of the Lakers? What's his name?
Darvin Ham.
Thank you. The team that went on that stretch where they won like 10 games in a row or something. He said, yeah, that squad right there, that's my starting lineup. Just based off of what he saw from last season. This is how quick this dude is studying and growing and learning about his team. He's taken LeBron off ball. He's basically told all the role players, did not name AD or LeBron, he's told them, y'all gonna have to do more. D'Lo, you are gonna handle that rock. That's what you're gonna do. LeBron, we're taking you off ball, which makes sense because you want to reserve him for the playoffs. You want him to be healthy and be there when the playoffs come. So that was smart. AD, we're gonna run the ball through you. Everything's coming through you, buddy. Everything is coming through you. You're going to make this engine go. You know what I'm saying? Just basic stuff. And then he's like the ball movement that I'm looking at their plays. And I'm like, wow, man, just like handoff, setting a screen, somebody's going to pick and pop. You have that option. And in that same option, in that same play, you have somebody cutting to the basket. You have 2 options and the defense has to choose their poison. And he's got snipers. He's got snipers and he knows how to use snipers. You know why? Because JJ Redick is a sniper. I mean, I'm seeing all this stuff and you know what? I mean, what can you say about that? You really can't hate on it. You really can't. And it's not just him. I've seen somebody mentioned the Boston Celtics. I'm looking at the plays they're running. It's beautiful basketball.
Well, I mean, Lex, it's gonna flow like that because then people have an identity.
Yeah,
they know what this is. I know when I'm looking at a team when an identity crisis. I don't know what they can do. I mean, and
I agree, Eddie.
They don't know what they're doing. So, I mean, you would have to establish the identity of what the Pelicans is about. And he calls it a switch-all team or whatever the case may be, a small ball team. But, man, these people don't look like none of that bullshit.
That switching is horrendous.
I told you I told you to switch or die. You don't have an alternative strap.
Like,
I told y'all that. I told y'all that last year.
Unintelligent switching.
Bro, I told y'all that.
Why is Jose on Kuminga? What?
Because-
You can't do that.
Who's our defensive ace with Herbo? Lex?
I told y'all that.
Can anybody answer this?
Switch or die.
Why is Jose switched on to Kaminga? No, chicken, you stay on Pazinski.
Unintelligent
Stay on
switching. I
Pazinski.
I told y'all that.
Pazinski.
You can't switch
Do not
everything.
Switch on Kaminga.
I'm 5'2", but I got the heart of a 6'4".
Man, listen, bro.
How much defensive prowess you
You don't-
have?
Man,
you
you don't.
4'11".
You don't switch. You don't switch on. You don't.
Switch on somebody like Kaminga or Draymond Green for crying out loud.
You don't switch. You don't switch into a mismatch that benefits the opponent.
That is
That's
so not high IQ, people.
I told him that's unintelligent. That's unintelligent switching, which you don't switch into a mismatch.
No sense.
But that's
This is
his
not a
philosophy.
positionless basketball team, people. This is not a positionless team.
DC sit up here rapping.
Jose Alvarado is not a positionless player.
DC be quoting some Bob Marley. He quoting Ti.
He's not a positionless player. Neither is Hawkins. Hawkins is not a. He's not a positionless player. Why are you talking about positionless basketball and you don't have positionless players?
They hurt, Lex.
We gotta figure it out,
Our
man.
positionless players are hurt.
Anyway, we're gonna get ready to leave it on that, man.
Why are you switching? Jose and Hawkins are little people.
Lex, we got the whole season to figure this out, man. She said it little people.
All right. Stacey, they ain't go over your head. Huh?
Why are we switching? Why?
That's all,
Why
it's
are
either
you going under the screen and not over? Why are you not hedging?
that happened all game long,
And then
man.
retreating and recovering. Why are we not doing these things?
Buddy Hield was knocking shots down like that. So was Pazinski. They know it too. It's just even the things he's good at, he bad at. So listen, we got the.
What about the Warriors? The Warriors was playing small ball. Did they do any unintelligent switching?
No, they didn't.
They did it the right way, bro.
Why are we switching? Why is Jose on what's the big man's name? Why is he on him?
On what, Looney?
Yes.
On Davis?
Why are we switching?
Unintelligent switching. The switch or die. I said
He
that.
is
Y'all
not
thought I was
switching
playing.
that. He is not shifty. Stay on your man, chicken. Stay on your man.
Switching into mismatch is low IQ basketball. That's why I said you can't switch everything. That's an oxymoron. We're gonna switch everything. You don't switch into a mismatch.
Who knew that Jose Alvarado and Jay Hawkins were positionless players? Who in the chat? Please let me know.
Oh, that's exactly what I signed up for this year. Let's try Hog at the 5. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get out on that, man. Listen, it's getting late.
He rebound real good. Let's try Hog at the 5.
Lex, we got the whole season to go after this. We'll be back on Friday.
We're gonna continue switching.
That's right. We're gonna switch until we switch Willie the fuck out of here. That's what we're gonna keep doing. That's the bottom line. So keep it up. Keep on doing. We're gonna get him and Dennis Allen out of here this year. I ain't playing with him. I want to win. Hell,
we got 5 more games, y'all.
This is the standard positionless basketball the Pelicans are talking about.
We're gonna switch Willie the fuck out if he don't get it together here. Him and Dennis Allen, they got to go. I'm done.
So cute. So cute.
On Kaminga.
Can you officially say this is very, very bad?
No, I'm not gonna say that shit.
Yes, it is bad.
You go ahead
Jose
and
switched on to Kaminga and Draymond Green.
Willie says they got to play with joy. And I don't know who Joy is, but I don't know who Joy is. But
Joy and pain.
Oh my!
It's like sunshine and rain.
You know what? We need a good laugh right now. Why don't we play the dude with the dreads?
Yeah, we gotta clean it up too. Go ahead and clean it up after that.
Oh my!
What you mean clean it up?
Well, the dude with the dreads look dirty.
Oh my gosh!
That's DC plays DC spoon dance.
They're switching. They switching the Mighty Mouses on trees.
Damn.
Man, I don't know what
basketball with the Pelicans.
Man, I don't know what to say. Man, we got a whole full season of this, man. I'm serious, man.
We compiled a team full of 6'7" and under dudes.
Oh my gosh. I'll keep saying it because I'm trying to figure out how are we positionless basketball when Jose is switching on trees.
It's gonna be all right, Lexi.
Cleveland stomped the Lakers tonight.
Oh, hold on, DC. Listen to you. Hold on.
Oh, that ain't me, but we can listen to others here.
Go ahead, DC.
Look, hold on. Why was it?
Say it again, Lex. There you go. Pick that tempo up with it.
Wow.
That's my whistle.
Why was it switching on?
Shout out to DC, man. Big ups to my boy DC, man. Very talented.
Nigga, that ain't me. You better pick another one of the fantasy books up and try again.
Shout out to DC, man.
I do want to
Shout
say
out to
something
DC,
else.
man.
Hey, nobody else needs to say because this is a small market team. OKC is a small market team, and they whooping people.
Mm-hmm.
They're young, and they're a small market team.
Lex,
and
they got an identity. They got an identity, Lex, and they play for their identity.
No,
but Indiana.
The thing is, this just
Same
goes
thing.
to show that you can be a small market team, but you don't have to have a small market mentality. Let me say that again. Just because you're a small market team does not mean that you have to have a small market mentality. You can have a big market mentality. You know what? OKC does. They're a small market team with a big market mentality. I rest my case.
They just got
All
a
right.
good GM. They got a good GM.
Appreciate you, prosecutor. Thank you. Appreciate you, prosecutor. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna get out of here, man. It's after 1 my time. DC, I think it's what, 2 o'clock your time, brother. What's going on?
It's 1:08, man.
I done did it again. This
DC.
How do we stay up this long talking
I'm
about
20 minutes away from the Smoothie King, man. What are you talking about?
Man, it's
Smoothie King,
2:08 my
Jamaican
time
song? I
in
don't
the
know what you're talking
morning.
about.
Oh my
Smoothie
God.
King Arena.
Down in the Smoothie King Jamaican Arena down there. Okay, I got you. Brother.
Okay, just make up.
All right. So anyway, we're gonna roll out on that. Shout out to DC.
Damn, Damian says his mouth hurt.
We definitely gonna ride on
that much, bro.
Well, I hope everybody got a good laugh. Oh, and look,
we're gonna leave it.
We appreciate everyone being up in here, and we just want you all to hit that like button. Please hit that like button. We know you can do it. We got 88 people in here. We had 100 at one point in time. Just hit that like button, and it's right here, right.
And
here.
it's free. And it's free.
It's free.
It's free. I promise it won't blow up on your ass if you hit it. All right, man. Hit the like button to get ready to fire out. I ain't gonna even say that, man. We're gonna ride.
We doing the call-in show Friday after the
Yes,
game.
Yeah, DC, you can
Hey,
host it.
Big Q, you don't have to play the edge because there's no edge right now.
Ain't no edge here, man. Just
damn.
Just a bunch of balding ass game right here.
That's a lot coming from me. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no edge here. No, ain't nothing going on with this team. This team is really hurting right now. They got to turn it around, but it's not very high. I said, go ahead, say it, DC. Is it very, very high go?
It's very, very bad.
Hey, okay, and then Mr. Press, he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
He ain't lying. Talk, boy.
All right, so
say it again for the people in the back. Come on, man.
Talk, boy.
All right, I'm going.
Having too much fun out here.
Holla at y'all, man. Much love to y'all, man. Y'all have a good day. We'll holla at y'all on the next one. Much love. Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never. Say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a pelican forever. Pelican forever.
You are now.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who That too.